With such vain hopes the silly maid abused, promised herself mountains and hills of gold. Yet were her thoughts with doubts and fears confused, how to escape unseen out of that hold, because the watchman every minute used to guard the walls against the Christians bold. And in such fury and such heat of war, the gates were sealed or never opened are. With strong Clorinda was Herminia's sweet and surest links of dearest friendship bound. With her she used the rising sun to greet, and her, when Phoebus glided underground, she made the lovely partner of her sheet. In both their hearts one will, one thought was found, nor aught she hid from that virago bold, except her love, that tale to none she told. That kept she secret. If Clorinda heard her make complaints, or secretly lament, to other cause her sorrow she referred. Matter enough she had of discontent, like as the bird that having close embarred her tender young ones in the springing bent, to draw the searcher further from her nest, cries and complains most where she needeth least. Alone within her chamber's secret part, sitting one day upon her heavy thought, devising by what means, what sleight, what art, her close departure should be safest wrought, assembled in her unresolved heart, an hundred passions strove and ceaseless fought. At last she saw high hanging on the wall Clorinda's silver arms, and sighed withal. And sighing softly to herself she said, "How blessed is this virgin in her might! How I envy the glory of the maid! Yet envy not her shape or beauty's light. Her steps are not with trailing garments stayed, nor chambers hide her valour shining bright. But armed she rides, and breaketh sword and spear, nor is her strength restrained by shame or fear. Alas! why did not heaven these members frail with lively force and vigour strengthen so, that I this silken gown and slender veil might for a breastplate and a helm forego? Then should not heat, nor cold, nor rain, nor hail, nor storms that fall, nor blustering winds that blow withhold me, but I would both day and night in pitched field or private combat fight. Nor hadst thou, Argantes, first begun with my dear lord that fierce and cruel fight, but I to that encounter would have run, and haply ta'en him captive by my might. Yet should he find our furious combat done, his thraldom easy and his bondage light. For fetters mine embracements should he prove, for diet kisses sweet, for keeper love. Or else my tender bosom opened wide, and heart though pierced with cruel blade, the bloody weapon in my wounded side might cure the wound which love before had made. Then should my soul in rest and quiet slide down to the valleys of the Elysian shade, and my mishap the night perchance would move to shed some tears upon his murdered love. Alas! impossible are all these things, such wishes vain afflict my woeful sprite. Why yield I thus to plaints and sorrowings, as if all hope and help were perished quite? My heart dares much, it soars with Cupid's wings. Why use I not for once these armours bright? I may sustain a while the shield aloft, though I be tender, feeble, weak, and soft. Love, strong, bold, mighty, never tired love, supplieth force to all his servants true. The fearful stags he doth to battle move, till each his horns in others' blood embrue. Yet mean not I the haps of war to prove, a stratagem I have devised new. Clorinda like, in this fair harness dight, I will escape out of the town this night. I know the men, that have the gate to ward. If she command, dare not her will deny. In what sort else could I beguile the guard? This way is only left, this will I try. O gentle love, in this adventure hard, thine handmaid guide, assist, and fortify. The time, the hour now fitteth best the thing, while stout Clorinda talketh with the king. Resolved thus, without delay she went, as her strong passion did her rashly guide, and those bright arms down from the rafter hent, within her closet did she closely hide, that might she do unseen, for she had sent the rest on sleeveless errands from her side, and night her stealths brought to their wished end, night, patroness of thieves and lovers' friend. Some sparkling fires on heaven's bright visage shone, his azure robe the orient blueness lost, when she, whose wit and reason both were gone, called for a squire she loved and trusted most, to whom, and to a maid, a faithful one, part of her will she told, how that in post she would depart from Judas' king, and feigned that other cause her sudden flight constrained.